All right, we got a video by WestJet. Pokimane just ended her career.
Massive day for the unemployed. Pokimane is in big trouble. Captain Puffy says Pokimane knows about Elam's abuse towards her, but Pokey still continues to live with him. What happened to believing victims? Angie. Anyway, there's this YouTuber named Captain Puffy who allegedly got cheated on and put out this big document by a guy who lives with Pokimane currently, Elam. Anyway, this went pretty Obama viral.
I don't know who any of these people are. I know Pokimane. Who the heck is Elam?
Got like a bunch of views on Twitter. Jesus Christ, putting the Unabomber to shame. All right, can you put this
We using ChatGPT now?
Terms. I
Bro,
Fortnite
Fortnite terms?
was a normal duo, but it turned into me hard carrying every match while my teammate hoarded gold, farmed clout off my POV, ignored pigs, and only played seriously when he was about to get dropped from the squad. I paid for the drop spot, the loadout, the heals, and the reboots while he AFK'd during critical moments. Flirted with other squads behind my back, chose higher clout teams over our duo, and treated the whole run like content farming instead of a real game. So I stayed silent to keep my career from being defined by one bad teammate. But the match kept getting replayed anyway, and now I'm finally leaving the lobby. Anyway, I am sharing this now because what happened has been reduced online to just cheating. It was not. It was emotional manipulation, financial and career exploitation, and behavior that was intentional and later admitted to. I went from just chatting to just cheating. So proud of you, and I love you so much. You were one of the most generous and caring people I have ever come across, and watching him absolutely use that.
Wait, so what the heck is actually going on? I'm confused.
You hurt. All you have ever done is want to look after people, and I'm glad you are now looking after yourself as well. Again, a bit of a disclaimer, you know, this is a he said, she said situation. We're only getting one side of the story when there are typically two. Also, I don't really know anything about Elam other than the fact that he lives with...
Yeah, bro, I literally don't know who this guy is, bro. He's a random, or at least he's not mainstream enough to be known.
Man, still plays Among Us in 2025. Anyway, this all circles back...
Bro, Among Us in 2025 is crazy, bro.
Pokimane, because apparently she knew about all of this and is still living with the guy, which is strange.
But... because she got a lot of negative comments on the TikTok, she did reach out to me and ask me about the situation, what happened. And the reason why I'm saying this, by the way, is not to like throw Pokey under the bus in any way, shape, or form, but because she also made it publicly known in her TikTok that she had spoken to me. She put it as a TikTok comment that she...
So basically, this guy is being accused of something, and Pokimane, what? He's accused of... what is he accused of? The point is, Pokimane is basically harboring this guy, and this guy's like bad or whatever, or did something to her.
Involved. To which I sent her a really long message. Yeah, so I basically told her everything, and her response was obviously essentially that it was horrible what happened to me and how he was. Obviously, I don't know the standing of their friendship or what happened now.
Clearly, it's good because they're living together, no? What happened to believing victims? Believe all victims and live with them.
Oh, shit, yeah. Pokimane is one of the biggest hypocrites, bro. She's just stupid.
This story is beyond up, but it's nowhere near as up as Canada's economy, which is why this video is sponsored by War Thunder. Looking for the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made? Well, look no further, because War Thunder is the game for you. You can take command of over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships of 10 major nations, ranging from biplanes and armored cars of the 20s to the fighter jets and main battle tanks of today.
It looks kind of cool, but I gotta skip this ad, bro.
Oh, and this is for new...
Sorry, man.
Today's video. Anyway, people had theories of what was happening, which were not...
Honestly, this would make sense.
Gonna entertain, and the Elam guy actually made a stream response, which people didn't really like, so he just sits there for 30 minutes to say a whole bunch of nothing. When all the UK creators who were his friends prior to the relationship want nothing to do with him for the last year or so speaks volume. He's more annoyed about the comments.
So literally other creators have been cutting this guy off, yet Pokimane is still with him? Yeah, this sounds suspicious.
Than anything in there be untruthful. Crazy to not just end stream. Proves her right more so.
I'm not ending. I'm definitely not ending. Like, chat, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Ugh, British people. Oi, bruv, you should grade with ace. It's just as good as PSA.
Chill.
Anyway, Pokimane was getting grilled so hard that even Mizkif took this opportunity to catch some heat off himself.
If you have Mizkif speaking on you, bro, oh my god, Pokimane's cooked, bro.
You know, honestly, as someone that was very close to Pokimane and defended her for years, this bothers me. Does this bother anyone else? Does this bother anyone else? Like, I defended her for years. I really did. But it bothers me that she's like, believe victims, and she says this stuff, but then like Captain Puffy and then talk about Ellen being whatever the but she still lives.
She's a complete and utter hypocrite, and this is how people like Pokimane function. She's always functioned this way. Clip farming, drama, like she's a pretty toxic person when you actually dive into it, but nobody really wants to talk about that.
Them still collapses them, still does everything.
Love or hate Mizkif, but even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yep.
Pokimane virtue signaled a bit too close to the sun, and now the hypocrisy is showing. You know, she's a bit ingenuine.
It's always like, it's just this virtue signaling shit that they all do. And it just drives me nuts.
Takes one to know an situation, because like not long before, this dude was on Twitch doing the same thing, but as soon as he switches to Kick, he like flip-flops on his old friends.
It's just farming. It's like, believe victims, but then you're living with a guy that apparently cheated and was pretty shit. She needs to join Kick. Time to go full demon time.
In the end, still no response from Pokimane. We got crickets. Anyway, I didn't know who Captain Puffy was, and I just found a photo of her with Dreebs, so my condolences. Pokimane's roommate is also allegedly weird. He continued anyway, stating that I'd never break up with him. At one point, he even said that if he cheated on me, at least he would get clout from it. Oi, mate, you should grade
What?
with Ace. And the funny thing is, he was live when this document dropped, and he never actually read the document.
Okay, there was an angle we found when she was sitting on the camera. Wait, where was it? It was here, right? Wait.
So Pokimane, bro, do y'all not see this, bro? He's literally trying to put his hand on her head, bro. They're definitely dating.
Sorry, Chud, you're not 6 feet tall. Believe victims. Pokimane's whole shtick is a house of cards. Like, the second the victim is
He literally did a pat down on her head, bro. Now I know what's going on.
somebody you know and somebody you should be standing up for, I guess. By her own logic, she is nowhere to be seen, which is, again, strange. She doesn't care about being a quote-unquote good person or doing the right thing. She only cares if you perceive her that way. Luckily for us, XQC came in and debunkered
Ooh,
all over
XQC?
Pokimane.
Okay.
It's a Google Doc. Oh, hell no. Summarize in chat. Yo, oh, actually, true, hold on. Holy mother of technology. Yo,
Damn.
rock me the fuck up. How fast can you really read this, you think?
The funny thing
Bro,
is,
ChatGPT just doing everything for us now. And it's sad, bro. These streamers be online all the time, but they can't even read.
I did the exact same thing.
Parasitism. Parasitism. Oh yeah, like he's yoinking.
What? He's
without
yoinking?
consent.
What?
The fuck? That sounds crazy.
Yeah, apparently even the sidemen stopped talking to the guy.
Damn.
Okay, Randolph
Okay.
will still talk to him if he grades with Ace. And it's kind of crazy because they broke up 2 years ago, and this is only now coming to light.
Kara and I have decided to go our separate ways. So we are
Wait, that's actually crazy. So you're telling me he broke up with his girlfriend 2 years ago, and then people decide now is the time that he needs to be canceled and that people need to come after him and try and basically mess up his career. Rightfully so, for something he did, of course. But this reminds me of the Nina Lynn situation, because Nina Lynn had those essay allegations against Silky's assistant, Saeed. And this was about maybe 6 months ago. But then 2 months ago is when it all started coming back. So it's weird how the internet will ignore stuff for years and then they'll just decide to use it to cancel somebody. It's really interesting.
longer together.
And now this dude is out here buying Pokimane Labubus for her stream.
Wow,
I didn't think
okay.
This situation could get
What a
any
simp.
worse, but I digress.
Okay, are you guys ready? Roomy reveal.
We're doing roomie reveals? He's pretty tall though.
Hi!
Believe victims.
So
the reason
cringe,
I'm
though.
focusing more on Pokimane is that her silence, quite frankly, is deafening, and it's much easier to call out her hypocrisy than call out this dude, because honestly, we don't even have his side of the story yet. Also, I'm gonna keep it a $150. Having a roommate at 30 when you're financially stable is a bit strange.
What happened to believing all victims, Pokimane? I'm now a victim of your bullshit. Please, leave the internet. My Genshin Impact baddies mog you.
Oh, and don't forget to
Oh,
download War
Lord.
Thunder now. Link in the
It can't be a WestJet video without Tectone making a random appearance, bro. It's crazy, bro. WestJet is low-key obsessed with Tectone.